Well, I got into music like I think most of all the other studio rats. I learned an instrument, tried to learn the guitar, which I'm still doing actually. And then I think 2 years later I got my first 4-track recorder and I started asking other bands to please do their demos. And I remember going from rehearsal room to rehearsal room at the age of 15 or 16, doing demos, recording their drums. And then after school, I went to university, studied music production here in Germany in a private school, the SAE. I did everything and did my bachelor degree, and after that, I was self-employed. From that moment, I had the big luck that suddenly I got some bands that would like to work with me. There was this famous punk band from Germany called Razzia. Their engineer got lost for some reason, and they asked me, "Hey Eike, you want to finish up our record?" And I never have done a real recording job that was paid, so I just said, "Yeah, sure." The studio I'm working in, ChameleonStudio in Hamburg, is a kind of very old cult studio. It's built 45 years ago. It has a long tradition. We got 4 live rooms here, we got 5 control rooms, and a lot of great records have been done here. And as soon as you walk into the studio, it's a place where you can see the walls have seen stuff, they heard stuff. The highlights in my career definitely was the work I've done for the band Deep Purple. I've mixed a lot of their live records, mastering and mixing the Bonus City from a Stuart Copeland project. Also Kai Hansen from Gamma Ray and Halloween, like one of the German last heavy metal gods, so to say. Another highlight I had, being a fan myself, I admired Apocalyptica as a teenager. And I got to remaster their very first record, the debut one. A good studio monitor for me has to be like my best friend. He has to kick your ass when you're doing bad, and he's got to cheer, and he's got to, fall for you when you're doing good. So at first place, a studio monitor, of course, has to be really, really precise. You have to hear what you're doing. But secondly, people often forget about that, is it has to make fun. So you have to crank it up, you have to have fun listening to music. That's what a good speaker for me is all about. It has to be a friend and show you the direction to where the gold is. Let's see, that's something I would admire with a good studio monitor. Finishing my school, I got a present from my parents, which was a car. And from those days on, I knew that I'm going to end up as a recording engineer. So what I did is I sold my car 2 days later. They gave it to me as a present, I sold it. So with that money, I went to a professional audio equipment dealer, and I had a different pair of monitors in mind. But the sales guy would tell me, "You know what, have you heard of the Adams, the P11A? They just won every test in every recording magazine. You have to check them out." So I listened to those and they sound good to me. I'm gonna buy them. And those were my first Adam monitors. It was in 2003. So ever since then I started recording and mixing, I used Adam. So that was the first time, and then I went to the S3As, and now I'm with the S3XH. The reason why I chose these monitors was because I had the feeling that besides the other monitors I checked on that day, is that they would reveal information I felt necessary. For instance, let's say I'm a pretty much vocal and guitar guy, so the mids had to be really, really well designed and well shown in the monitor. That's what I liked the most, are the mids. They would reveal a bad vocal take or sibilant vocals. That's why I actually fell in love with the tweeter also, because the tweeter of the Adams is very fast, they're punchy, and I can maybe hear wrong compression done and all that kind of stuff. And they were exciting to me, they sounded exciting, that's why I went with them. Another thing that I really like about these Adams is that they sound decent and great at every volume. I used to mix at low volumes, and there's some speakers out there who would hide information frequency-wise at low volumes. So they reveal everything at very low volumes. And also, let's say if you have a guitar player and he wants to really rock out and give me some sound, you just crank it up and still you get the full information about sound. That's what I love about them too. I can really work long times with the Adam monitors also, because I don't know why, I don't know how they did it, but for some reason I don't get tired listening to them. With some systems that are so extremely detailed also, you get kind of an ear fatigue or something, and you start, I'm gonna put the hi-hat down, it really annoys me after an hour. So with these monitors, although the tweeter is really, really precise, I don't get tired listening to those. I don't have any problems with that. I can work long, long hours with these.